Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss data flow diagrams. These are also known as DFDs. So DFD is used mainly to graphically represent structured analysis. So there are various other tools also there to understand structured analysis. So let's start data flow diagram. A number of tools are used to graphically represent structured analysis. So these tools are data flow diagrams, data dictionaries, decision trees and decision tables, structured English, and pseudocodes, which are also known as algorithms. So in this video, we are going to discuss mainly data flow diagrams. Data flow diagram. It is a graphical representation of flow of data in an information system. It is capable of depicting information, incoming data, outgoing data flow, and stored data. The DFD does not mention anything about how data flows through the system. It means our main focus is on uh, incoming data flow, outgoing data flow, and stored data. Uh, there is a prominent difference between DFD and flowchart. The flowchart depicts flow of control in program modules, whereas DFDs depict flow of data in the system or at various levels. So DFD does not contain any control or branch element because we do not need it with data. So we are understanding DFDs are slightly different from flowcharts. So DFDs are focusing data flow and stored data. Types of DFDs. Data flow diagrams are either logical or physical. So logical DFDs, this type of DFDs concentrate on the system process and flow of data in this system. Whereas in physical DFDs, this type of DFD shows how the data flow is actually implemented in the system. It is more specific and close to implementation. If you talk about logical data flow diagram, then we have an example like we are using a banking software system. How data is moved between different entities is performed by logical DFDs. We are also showing some physical DFD and logical DFD, some differences between physical and logical DFDs. So first we talk about physical DFDs. It is implementation dependent. It means whatever we want to implement is physical, so it shows which functions are performed when we are performing implementation. It provides low level details of hardware, software, files and people, because we always talk about hardware systems. It depicts how the current system operates and how a system will be implemented. So we are more general about physical mediums and physical devices in physical DFDs. Apart from this, we are talking about logical DFDs. It is implementation independent. It is focused only on the flow of data between process. We are not talking about any hardware that supports or any kind of implementation. So we are focused on flow of data between processes. It is it explains event of systems and data required by each event. It means we are talking about software things. We are talking about logical things like data required by each events and events of the system. What type of events we are using in a system. And the last is it shows how business operates, not how system can be implemented. Means logical DFD is more concerned to the business, like in what flow the data is managed and not about the physical implementation of the system. So these are the differences between physical DFDs and logical DFDs. uh, Everyone should have a clear understanding about physical and logical DFDs if they want to design anything using data flow diagram. DFD components. So how these diagrams are graphically represented. DFDs can represent source, destination, storage, and flow of data using the following set of components. So here we have a few components like entity, process, data store, and data flow. Entity is basically a rectangle shaped uh, unit which represents mainly source and destination of information data. Entities are represented by a rectangle with their respective names. Uh, Second is process. So process is activities and actions taken on the data are represented by circle or round as rectangles. So these are mainly focused on what type of actions we are performing on the data set. Third is data storage. There are two variant of data storage. It can either be represented as a rectangle with absence of both smaller sides or as an open-sided rectangle with only one side missing. So there are two types of representation of data storage. It depends upon what type of DFD graphical representation we are using. And last is data flow. Data flow means movement of data by uh, it is represented by pointing arrows. So movement of data is shown by these arrows. So data movement is shown from the base of arrow as its source towards head of the arrow as destination. So we are clearly saying that if a arrowhead is pointing to someone or something, then it means data is flowing to the direction of that entity. So this is all about DFD components. Next we discussed levels of DFDs. Levels of DFDs are further divided into many categories like level 0, level 1, level 2, and so on. Uh, Basically, these levels are differentiated based on the abstraction level. So level 0 has highest abstraction level. That's why they are known as level 0 DFDs. It depicts the entire information system as one diagram concealing all the underlying details. It means we are hiding everything from the user. We are just saying how the system is or what type of information the system is providing. Level 0 DFDs are also known as context level DFDs. So how these DFDs are represented, we are showing an example of online shopping system and a customer. So online shopping system is used by a customer. So customer is ordering. So here we are showing two arrows. Arrow head is showing online shopping system. It means order is given by customer and delivery is provided by online shopping system to customer. So this is level 0 diagram. This is the easiest level of DFD to make or to design. So next is level 1 DFD. The level 0 DFD is broken down into more specific, which means level 1 DFD. Level 1 DFD depicts mode, modules in the system and flow of data among various modules. So level 1 DFD also mention some processes and source of information, how these processes are working. So here we have an example of level 1 DFD in which we are talking about customer and accounts. So a customer is always ordering anything. So this ordering system is used, or it means customer is directly associated with sales, and sales is associated with ordering process. It means some information is stored somewhere and customer data is also stored at other side. So ordering process is related to accounts. So financial verification once proceed, then order is confirmed. Once the order is confirmed, it goes to the sales and it's stored in the database as well. So once it move to the stored, uh, move to the sales department, then it deliver the product to the customer. So we are detailing more rather than level 0. In level 1 we are explaining some of the processes and source of information, how this information is used. Second level DFD. At this level, DFD shows how data flows inside the modules mentioned in level 1. So this is a more detailed as compared to level 1 and 0. So higher level DFDs can be transformed into more specific lower level DFDs with deeper level of understanding unless the desired level of specification is achieved. So level 2, level 3, these are the uh, DFDs which are more focused on the data flow inside the modules we are using in level 1 and level 0. Context diagrams. Context diagrams are based on DFDs. So a context diagram helps in understanding the entire system by one DFD, which gives the overview of any diagram. So here we are taking an example of a sales order system which has three entities, mainly manager, employees and customer. So customer's role is to order anything which is focused or mainly which is timeline based. It means that order is delivered in a specific time, and once the order is delivered, the order invoice is sent to the customer. So the customer's role is to give order, and after delivery, order invoice is generated by sales department. Whereas sales and manager, then manager can be a new employee, so employee list is to be updated by manager. Any new employee which is a part of sales order system, then they are managed by managers. So manager is also managing vendors and product vendors. So manager has 2 3 roles in an organization. Whereas if you are talking about a simple employee and sales order system, so the purpose of uh, sales order system, so this is a one-sided diagram in which uh, up, employees are updated in sales order system, and product and categories are updated by employees. So these this is all about context diagram, and this is all about data flow diagram. Hope you understand what is data flow diagram and what are the levels of data flow diagram. So we customize DFDs according to our needs. What type of DFD we are looking for? It is a logical or whether it is physical way need.